OK, now, it's time for Barrage the Farage. I've kept Kevin here, because if I get a question that's too difficult to answer, he's going to be the one that gets it. So let's have a go. Fraser asks, why couldn't Rishi tackle the cost of living crisis today sufficiently rather than token gestures? Well, I guess the answer is that if he'd given massive cuts, huge cuts on fuel duty, that just would have put the government deeper in debt. So it's not an easy thing to do.
Well, 5 billion, I think, the fuel duty. 6 billion was national insurance threshold change. Big money.
Yeah. Another asks, which politician is most likely to be the last man or woman standing at the bar? Well, from what I hear, there were quite a lot of members of Parliament out in a certain night spot in Westminster till about 2 or 3 o'clock this morning. I don't think Kevin was one of them.
No. I had an early night last night, actually. Ready for this, Nigel.
And I'm not going to grass anybody up, I promise. Robbie asks, do you think Putin's power base is crumbling? It's really tough to judge. We are seeing some resignations. We've seen some generals being sacked. I don't think any of us quite know the extent to which he's cocooned inside that place, do we, and away from people?
No, it's difficult to see that, but his power base really is not just domestically, is it? We need China to help more. We need China
They've
to be
got
tougher.
a big role here if they want to use
and
it.
others, absolutely, it's critical.
Yeah, what do you make of India abstaining in that vote?
Really disappointed, and of course they're buying lots of Russian oil and gas.
Yeah.
So we've all got to work together on this internationally. It's absolutely so important that we present a united front. Putin's got no place to hide. He has to come to the table.
You'd like to think that his power base was crumbling. You'd also like to think that younger voters in Russia are absolutely appalled that they can't get their McDonald's or Netflix or whatever it is. You've also got to think that a lot of the rich and powerful are having their toys taken from them. They may not be very happy either. But it's really difficult to judge what's going on inside that building. Let's keep going. Anthony asks, would Britain be wise to follow the USA's lead and reclassify cannabis and receive the tax revenue? Do you know, I've got to tell you, Anthony, I've always found this, and I was first elected to the European Parliament in 1999. This question comes back again and again. I find it one of the most difficult ones to deal with. It's perfectly clear that prohibition isn't working. I am tempted, if ever there was a time for a Royal Commission to genuinely examine countries that have decriminalised to see what the effect is.
Absolutely right.
I believe it's on this. I'm open-minded, Kevin. I sense you feel the same way.
Yeah, I do. And I think the first thing you should look when you're trying to find a solution is try and find somebody else who's fixed it.
Yeah.
Now, Portugal have done some stuff, the US has done some stuff.
So let's examine it.
Let's go look at it.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Right, we've got 30 seconds left. The final question, Alex asks, Scotch egg or sausage roll? I love Scotch eggs. Which is it for you?
Yeah, definitely. Scotch egg.
Scotch eggs all round, absolutely.